The 30th day of May, 2025 is a day to remember in history, as two great organizations agree to forge an alliance that will place Africa on the global technology map forever. Leading a delegation of engineers, architects, AI, VR, and A developers, Dr. Abdulquayyum Gbadamosi, the CEO of CitiBim, was warmly received by executives of Robotics and Artificial Intelligence Nigeria RAIN, led by Dr. Olusola Ayoola, founder and CEO. This meeting was long coming, as both organizations have built a large reputation over the years, with a number of reputable projects that have sought to break barriers for technological growth of the African continent. While RAIN is well known for its leadership in expanding frontiers of robotics, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, and the broader data ecosystem, leading the development of human talent and products in AI, CitiBim has been at the frontier of applying modern emerging technology to physical project design, operation, and management. Their hold on technologies such as drone, extended reality, and AI-enhanced structural and architectural design remains unrivaled. In this meeting, both organizations have agreed to leverage on the revolutionary YardCode technology developed at RAIN to advance the vision for a 5G Africa. The details of the meetings has been compressed and will now follow.
Mainly, we want to explore YardCode, we want to explore your robotics technology, and we want to explore your drone building capabilities in terms of aligning it with our engineering requirements, aligning it with our.
I can say to you that we've got the capacity to support you in all of these three areas you mentioned. And with this kind of alliance, we can even forge greater ahead. Sometimes when we are building solutions in isolation, we don't see the greater picture, and that's why it falls. It falls, and people just say it's not doing what they want. But knowing that we have you in that area, GIS, architecture, buildings, management of facilities and all, it shows that we will be able to be guided in our delivery of our solution to make sure it serves the purpose. YardCode was just about 111 by 111 meters in space. So I thought that would not solve your problem. And that was what gave me the inspiration to go a bit further, to the point where YardCode is now with precision of 1 meter by 1 meter. And so when organizations open up on the areas they want solution, it allows those who can produce or provide the solution to come up. And of course, internally at CitiBim, if you decide to build something like YardCode, it's not impossible. But in a way, why go ahead and build what we can collaborate with? You understand? If it's been done already, let's take it to the next level. Now, for YardCode, the solution is up and running. Although we still want to take our time to commission, we want to fix as much issues as we can.
He requires a lot of patience. This sort of features like AI, VR, geospatial intelligence, and so on, that we are looking at very critical. No one can do it because no matter how much you bring in foreigners, no matter how much you throw the budget at it, no one can actually do it. But so that's why the conversation continues. Our team familiarize more. I also spoke about RAIN 2.0. Those areas are there, but we're waiting on that as well. We're looking forward to the 2.0 and as much as possible. We want it.
So, sorry, 1 meter. It works everywhere in Nigeria. Other remote space making. Machine readable and voice friendly. Very easy to say. I'm at GQ9 V88 and it's reachable to every area in Nigeria, including rural areas. So we also provide API. So it's very easy to integrate with whatever system you have.
Where no matter how remote, you can buy a piece of land somewhere, and the first time you went there, it was not habited. So it was easy for him that, oh, there's one big Iroko tree. After that tree, you see my land. Then 4-5 years time, the place is full. The houses, the Iroko tree is gone. You start trying to trace the land. I think that's a main cause of problems in Nigeria today. I'm thinking about lawyers endorsing this solution. So that if anybody is going to sell any piece of land, you must register the yard code of that location. Corner, please, yard code should even register the transfer. The app should even register it. You can register on yard code so that the moment somebody wants to sell a land to you, let's go and check on the yard code app whether somebody else has bought something that covers that yard code. That's to tell you how far the vision can go if it's a mainstream. The director was in a way, they said don't use Google Map because when you get to a junction, Google Map will tell you turn left, but the school is to turn right. It happened somewhere in Bodija also. I went somewhere, American college or something. The thing said turn left. I had turned left everything. I went to a roadblock. Who tries to be accurate? But how accurate can they be? We have to take responsibility. So that's why with YardCode, what we said was, I don't need to, I will still use Google eventually, but I will not ask Google for so street. I would rather use YardCode to get the coordinate that Google will act on. So today, what we call YardCode is a code that if you go and type yardcode.ng/ whatever the yard code is, it will take you to the Google Maps location of that spot. Whether the street is the same as what Google thinks it is or not, it is the yard code that they generated for you. Then somebody says, what's the difference with that and WhatsApp? I can share location on WhatsApp. Yes. But when people say, can I have a business card? Or can I see your flyer? Or on the billboard, they see your banner. Will you send them your WhatsApp location? They will just want to snap your billboard, your design, your poster. So we are given a code that is so easy for them to type and it will take them to your location. So I'm hosting a party at Kokodom or maybe the Rovans Hotel. I will just type yardcode.ng/ the yard code of where it is. Or if Dirovans pays to customize their own yard code, the word Dirovans itself will be a yard code. So when they do /Dirovans, it takes them to where it is.
Sometimes we not is the data battery. So that is one thing we should look out for. Yes. This is actually one of the best things like yes. So I easily get point 1, point 2, point 3 and frameworks that you assign to me. So we assign to me the database. I want to transfer the ownership to you don't see history of okay.
Who has bought it?
Yeah.
Travel.
So this came from me, you, like that. So then number 2 question I have is to say something about limiting attitude. Here in Nigeria, we do more into nothing like this thing. As yes, in our own version because we are known as we talk about nothing is that's XY, everything this thing. So you know, okay, you can so have that in that particular scale. It's easier for the students to communicate and users to communicate. So lastly, you answer the question directly. Okay, but I wanted to ask, what makes the difference between this and the number? So you actually gave me so I think that three observations. But still, we move forward to explore and see possibilities with another thing is asset type. Just like we discussed, and we see how urban centers we don't pieces really working. They have same houses. So yes, they have their own street names and that. For example, I want to make a purchase on Amazon, I want to make a purchase on Facebook. They like putting a code. I did it for home with my sister. I just put in the postcode and just give me the actual address.
Yes.
So that was it. I was like, oh, whoa. But I didn't know that.
Like, so for survey maps, you might not have a rectangle for survey maps. It can be a polygon. But some of these artists can draw an area, which is, I think, the first question was asking if you can now tag the property of the house. If you can draw an area, you will now be able to tag the property of your house because you're like, okay, this is flex 1.2. But I also want to ask if it can pinpoint, like, point. So I think the footprint of that point is what you meant by 1.3 by 1.0.
So yeah, we don't want you to do that. What we want is we have points that we're interested in, and then we send that, and then we get to the science. So that's another thing I also want to focus on is what engineer said. We've been having a conversation around the on-the-ground truth of YardCode, right? What will distinguish you from other communities such as that? When I get to a street and I actually see a sign that has a. So one of the things we've been working on our hand sort of key into this is that come up with some sort of house address, board that we can make for our clients, and then put the YardCode actually in front of their house. And so we have clients that we have infrastructure projects. We can target, send you the outings and listings, and then we fetch the code for you and we tag that as well. So we do a lot of that. Keying into YardCode and then make it to on the ground for our clients, and we hope that we do that more, especially for critical infrastructure, even down to the point of roads.
There's a particular location, but they want to get some maybe by foot. So when they dig out maybe their phone, there's like a virtual character that walks them to the exact location. But something else have not really been available in this part of our country, but they are only majorly there, maybe at the US or selected country, because of the location they give are not that accurate. So maybe they're like 3 meters accuracy and stuff like that. So I guess it's at least 1 meter elevation, hopefully to be centimeters. So it's really of all these path finding, taking someone to a particular location by walk, like living here. And so we use for these like this Pokemon whereby users are able to drop a virtual item at a particular location.
We might as well want to check on the yard, within the yard. Is anybody having excess food and how much for free? Yeah. And so within the yard, what's available you can get. Now imagine solar. You have clients who are on the solution, and how do they see who has excess power charge or something?
So that's what we call a peer-to-peer microgrid system, where people are able to actually transact in energy. And the one benefit of the system is that it's got IBM Rust. What IBM Rust is all about is using a platform that people can buy.
We always have those codes that is a thing for system for also being something about. So tying that to the YardCode, we can include on that from how we can leverage on the technology to get into a market considered on them. So more or less like everything is within the house. There's no interference by at some point we still have to exchange technology with these guys to process their data. So we'll see how we
One thing I've taken is the issue of drawing a kind of polygon for an area and tagging it. Okay, this is somebody's yes. We can think of it as, let's just have coordinates for every point in the polygon. I mean, every point on the edge, but I will not think of it that way. Yeah. I'll come up with a more innovative way, such that it will have so much data, yet all encoded. It might seem like a storybook. It might be a paragraph in the agreement that says, these few words we have just said defines your shape of this land. You can copy those texts and including that will feel like a story of the land. Once you write that same story,
just yesterday, a Netherlands-based research tech research thing, and they did the investors 10 trusted growing tech systems in Nigeria. Apart from Lagos, but and I think collaboration like this would also reinforce them.
Every corner looks the same in the haze. I need a way